Welcome to the next video in my tree identifying series. This video will look at the more rare trees found exclusively in a tiny region from south of Lake St. Clair to the north shore of Lake Erie. This video will look at the black gum, ginkgo, Kentucky coffee tree, pawpaw, red bud, red mulberry, sassafras, and tulip tree. These trees have no relation to each other or to any other trees. The black gum, or Nyssa sylvatica, does the best in moist soils but will grow in well-drained soils. It is found very sparsely among other hardwoods. It grows up to 50 feet with 2-foot diameters. The leaf is between 2 and 5 inches long and from half to 3 inches wide. It has no teeth on the margin. The twig is reddish-brown. The buds are reddish-brown and pointed away from the twig. The bark is broken into thick, irregular ridges and checked across into short segments. The ginkgo, or Ginkgo biloba, is used mostly as an ornamental tree and is usually found in parks. The leaf has a very distinctive fan-shaped leaf. The twig is gray, with the buds found at the end of a small stalk. The bark has shallow ridges and are far apart. The Kentucky coffee tree, or Gymnocladus dioicis, is usually small but can reach heights of 80 feet with 2-foot diameters. The leaf is a double compound leaf and has the distinction of being the largest leaf in Canada. The leaf can be 3 feet long and up to 2 feet wide. The twig is very stout, but the buds are tiny. The bark is grayish with hard, thin, firm, and scaly ridges curling outwards. If you are fortunate to own a Kentucky coffee tree, the name comes from the fact that the seeds look like coffee beans, but if you try to roast them, they are bitter and unpleasant. Though the pawpaw, or Asimina triloba, can reach 40 feet in height and 12 inches in diameter, it is more usually found as a shrub. It grows best in the shade in rich, moist soils under the shade of other hardwoods. The leaf can grow to 12 inches in length, but is usually smaller and 2 inches wide. It is the widest about 3/4 of the way up the leaf and then tapers quickly. There are no teeth on the margin. The twig is slender and brownish but streaked with fine whitish line-like grooves. The terminal bud is 1/3 of an inch long and flat. The lateral buds are small and pressed tight against the stem. The bark is smooth and shiny when young but matures to rough and slightly scaly. The fruit needs to be mentioned here because that is what the pawpaw is most noted for. The pulp in the fruit is the edible part and very pleasant to the taste, but is ripe for only 24 hours, so the timing of the harvest is critical. The red bud, or Cercis canadensis, grows to about 25 feet and diameters of 10 inches. The leaf is 3 to 5 inches long and rounded, with 5 to 7 prominent veins. The twig is slender, reddish-brown with dark red buds with no terminal bud. The bark is reddish-brown and scaly. The red mulberry, or Morus rubra, usually reaches only 30 feet. The leaves are 5 inches long and can be lobed or not. There are small rounded teeth along the margin. The twig is slender and excretes a milky substance when cut or broken. The buds are pointed and angle away from the twig. The bark is reddish-brown, separating into long, flaky plates. The fruit resembles a blackberry and is sweet and juicy. The sassafras, or Sassafras albidum, is another shrub that can reach heights of 30 to 40 feet and 12 to 18 inches in diameter. The leaf is 3 to 6 inches long and can be lobed or not with blunt tips. The twig is stout, smooth, glossy, yellowish green. The buds are greenish. The leaf scar has a dash-like bundle scar. The bark is dark and brownish, deeply grooved. The tulip tree, or Liriodendron tulipifera, easily reaches heights of 50 to 75 feet with 2-foot diameters. The tree gets its name from the leaf, as the leaf is in the shape of a tulip blossom. There are no teeth along its margin. The twig is stout and brownish. Each leaf scar is encircled by a line-like mark. The bark is brownish and furrowed into close, interlacing, rounded ridges. This brings us to the end of the rare trees as well as the deciduous trees. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you can join me for the next video, which will start looking at the conifer trees. The first up will be arborvitaes or cedars. See you then.